Hello, Cancers. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of June 1st to the June 7th. So this is going to be a heavy hitter type of week for you because a bunch of cards flew out. I even think I have like more than 13. But in general, at the heart of the matter here, we have the Lovers in the reverse position. So a lot of you might be dealing with relationship type of upheaval energy for this week. Okay, so it could be in any type of interpersonal relationship, but mainly I am sensing that it could also be work projects as well. Okay, so there is potentially going to be conflict. There's going to be like that energy in which you're not seeing eye to eye with another person, okay? Another person that you are dealing with on an extensive level, that you are emotionally intertwined with, okay? So there's a sense of like a lack of objectivity and working through issues on a very subjective way, okay? So like a very muddled communication style that's coming in for you as well. At the heart of it, and what's crossing it, sorry, it's the Wheel of Fortune. So this being the crossing energy, I would kind of say that this is a phase that you're going through, okay? Like this could be considered one of those it's the ebb and flow of life, and sometimes people, there are good and bad times in every types of relationship. So try to keep this in perspective. If this isn't like an ongoing issue, if this is an ongoing argument that keeps popping up, this week you need to address this once and for all. So I do feel a sense of like finality regarding this issue that keeps popping back in terms of, a conflict in your work environment or in your work partnership. It could also be in your romantic sector, okay? If this is something that keeps popping up, now is basically the time to deal with it. You can't sweep it under the rug anymore, okay? So in the past position, we have the Chariot card in the reverse position. So this is also the card of Cancer, and I'm reading this energy as you. In the past situation, regarding this current dilemma that you're dealing with, I do feel a lot of you felt very powerless, very like out of control. Not that, you're wild and out of control, but more like you don't feel that you are emotionally invested in this anymore. So this is like in the recent past. You know that it's coming. It's kind of like, watching a train wreck in slow motion. And, that's probably not a good metaphor for it. But what I am sensing is you are seeing the imminent end in sight and you're just bracing yourself for impact. So you can't really be passive in this situation because it can potentially cause a blowout too. So be very careful about what you're doing, okay? I believe this one came out next, and this is basically what's coming in for you. And what's coming in is the Ten of Coins in the reverse position. So if you look at it in the traditional tarot, it does indicate a breakdown in a family situation. It could also indicate like financial, financial upheaval as well, because love, relationships, and finances are greatly interlinked. And what I am sensing in this situation is we have the Lovers, we also have the breakdown within the home situation. So it could potentially be somebody in your home environment, in your that, or it could be a love interest that you are living with. There is going to be a falling out, okay? And how you handle this is going to be up to you. But I do sense that an element of timing is it's also like a very karmic card. So it indicates to me that maybe this is the inevitable end, that it's completely out of your situation, but at the same time, in the past, I feel that a lot of you might have like let opportunities slip you by to fix this situation, and now it's kind of like building momentum. It's building up and it's out of your control completely at this point, okay? So it is grinding, the relationship itself is grinding to an inevitable halt, and it's completely out of your control. So what's crowning you here is we have the King of Cups, which is actually, I'm reading this as you as well. For those of you who might be in a situation with a fellow water sign, it could be another Cancer, it could be a Pisces or a Scorpio. What I am getting here is that maybe in fact, the other person is giving it their all. If you're not dealing with a water sign, then I would say this is you. You try your best, but you don't really, this maybe is not something that's meant for you, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel that cosmic energies are at work to shake you out of your complacency, and as the same time, it is trying to remove unhealthy situations from your life. So I mean, in spite of this falling out, in spite of this inevitable end, I do feel that you are going to be in a better place, okay? Emotionally, mentally, but more than anything, it's not as upsetting as, potentially, is not as upsetting as it would be for the other party, whoever the other party is, and we'll find that out in a little bit. And what's coming in that is kind of like, that you're not aware of is the Two of Swords, okay? The Two of Swords in the reverse position indicates to me that a decision has been made, okay? This is outside of yourself. This is something that you're not even aware of. So it could be the other party has already made up their mind and you're just going along with it, going with the flow. Because this situation in the past too, up leading to now, was kind of like left on the wayside. It was outside of your control. The other party has made a decision and now both sides are just dealing with the aftermath. Okay, so this is something that is going to come in for this week. What's in the advice position here? We have the Eight of Coins. Okay, Eight of Coins is mainly a finance card, and the advice here is don't fret over this relationship situation. It is heading towards an inevitable end. So, focus on doing you and focus on your financial sector. And I do feel that this is something that could potentially, be, it could bring you to a lot more emotional fulfillment in the long run. And, for Cancers, you do crave financial stability and financial security. So, diverting your energy in this would be a better use of your time, okay? As for your external environment, what I am sensing here is the Seven of Coins, okay? Um, what this card tells me is there is definitely, not in the Rider-Waite deck, but especially in this deck. So this is, both parties contributing to a financial payout. Okay, it could be in the business sense. It could also be in the romance department when both parties work to make sure that the household and the relationship is taken care of. There has definitely been an imbalance here, and I do feel that because you in the past you feel kind of like you felt that sense of loss of control. I do feel then it might be the other person contributing more than you are. It could be, you contributing more than the other person, but at the same time, this is an external energy from you. So I do feel they are kind of like reneging on their end of the bargain. You yourself could be the one that reneged on your promises, okay? But there is an innate sense of balance here that was never properly addressed, that was never dealt with. So it could lead to a potentially resentful situation which leads to the falling out. Be careful how you approach relationship matters in this week in general. As for your hopes and fears, and this is a wish card here. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse position, okay? This indicates to me that whatever it is that brings you emotional fulfillment is going to come in for you, okay? And you're going to be quite satisfied and happy. In the reverse position here, I feel that in this situation, you're realizing that even it's kind of like this situation has been dragged on for so long, and you're feeling that loss of self control moving forward. It's grinding to a halt, and you feel that this situation is completely out of your control. In a way, it is, but at the same time, you kind of have to observe. You kind of have to go back and observe, like, the role that both parties played and added to this conflict, okay, that can potentially break out this week. And I don't feel, there are no sword energies, so I don't feel there are going to be like angry words. There are going to be a major altercation, or even like a major big blowout argument. I don't feel it's that way because with the lack of sword energies, okay? So this is what I'm sensing here. The other party is going to be possibly be the one to walk away because you're not surprised, you're not rattled, okay? So that's one way that it could play out. And because you're showing up here as a masculine energy and the wish card is coming up as a feminine energy, you could also be walking away from them and they didn't expect it. Okay, so either way, repair is not possible for this week. Repair in this situation, in this work situation, in this romantic encounter, in this interpersonal relationship is not going to be favorable, and I don't feel that it is going to work. Okay, and the outcome, we have the King of Coins in the reverse position. So I do feel in general for a lot of you, the relationship itself might have, the problems might have started because one, you or the other person was not, emotionally present. You were both off doing your own thing. You were both off like trying to pursue that financial gain and trying to create more like material abundance and financial stability in your life, okay, at the expense of the relationship. So it could be you or it could be the other person. If, for example, you are dealing with like an earth sign, I do feel that the earth sign might have been off pursuing his or her financial future. It's like off securing financial future instead of investing the time and the resources in this situation, in this relationship to sustain it. Okay. And another thing that I'm getting here too is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is actually a very spirited person. So this person might have been like prone to flirtation outside of the relationship. It's something that I'm seeing very strongly. This person might be also, he or she travels quite a bit too. So there's like an element of distance driving people further away in this situation as well. And ultimately, we have the Four of Cups, okay? The Four of Cups does indicate boredom. So, for those of you who are dealing with this situation, I do sense that if you are dealing with a fire sign, the fire sign might be interested in, trying to rekindle this situation. Take it or leave it, depending on who is involved. I do feel with a fire sign, if you want to give it one last go, you might have another chance and you might be able to make this work, okay? If you're dealing with an earth sign, I do feel that person is kind of like stepping out of their responsibilities in this situation, so it's use your discretion. Ultimately, if you feel kind of powerless in this relationship and that's something you've been feeling for quite some time, then the relationship has run its course. So just be very careful about why you're getting back in. If you're not in love with the other person, then just let it go once and for all. Let them go off to find the people who love them, okay? But in general, if you're not dealing with this on a relationship basis or even in any type of an interpersonal relationship, I do feel that on the work front, this work situation has run its course. If you don't feel happy in it, don't stay in it, okay? And I'm pretty sure they can find a replacement for you. And at the same time, if it's a work situation, there's not enough financial gains to be had with the King of Coins in the reverse position. Okay, so the money god are not looking upon you favorably. So it would be very important for you to figure out, what you're getting out of it, and if it's commensurate to the amount of work you put in, just to rectify that balance between the give and take in that work situation, okay? But in the meantime, the advice here is, focus on doing you. Focus on manifesting the things that you want in your life. If this situation doesn't work, don't be traumatized by it. There will be other things, opportunities, other situations out there for you that will be more in alignment with your life path, that will be more to your liking, okay? So take it with a grain of salt and just I don't feel it's a very troublesome energy, because ultimately crowning it is you're kind of relieved. You're relieved of your responsibilities. You're relieved of like the weight of the world, okay? So you're actually in a very good place right now. So ultimately you are very happy and you are hopeful for the future. So this is something that felt like it was a burden for quite some time, and now that it's cleared up, you are cleared, your conscience is clear, and you can move forward to a better place, okay? So I hope you have a wonderful week, and enjoy your weekend. Focus on manifesting the right things for you. So we live and learn, and you've learned a lot from this relationship. You learn what doesn't work for you. So moving forward, you will be able to find something. You will be able to conjure up something, or identify the right things that will come in for you. Okay, so yeah, take care of yourself and have a great weekend. I will see you next week.